In this Japan special, Focus looks into how and why the world's third largest economy continues to attract investors and entrepreneurs from all over the world. A mature market, Japan nevertheless offers a veritable wealth of opportunities.
One of Japan's greatest strengths is its domestic market, both rich and sophisticated. The country simply has the highest purchasing power in Asia.
Our story begins in the high-tech zone of Tsukuba near Tokyo, in the very secret R&D centre of French automotive component manufacturer and retailer Valeo. Here they're testing a new automated parking system. Valeo has been present in Japan for 30 years.
When
we arrived in 1985, there were about 10 of us. Today we have 2,800 employees, 9 factories and 3 R&D centres.
Japan is at the heart of Valeo's growth strategy. Japanese car makers make up 30% of international demand. Moreover, as a country, Japan invests 3.5% of its GDP in R&D. Suffice to say, for Valeo, which bases its marketing around innovation, Japan is where it's essential to be in Asia.
The secret of our success is the mix between the Japanese and Western approaches, our country's legendary tradition of manufacturing and the global management system of Valeo. I'm convinced that this works.
Welcome to Kobe in central Japan, one of the largest ports in the country. Among the plethora of manufacturing companies based here are several firms producing marine engineering products. Medium-sized Austrian company Geislinger, a leading producer of dampers for engines, quickly found a place here.
When we arrived here, the first thing was to hire someone who knew the market and Japanese customers. Through those networks, we were able to reach customers, and that was fundamental.
The company also received support from the local mayor's office, including subsidization of its rent during its initial period in the city. This transition phase also afforded the Austrian company the opportunity to learn the subtleties of Japanese business culture.
In Japan, there's an old saying, the customer is God. Specifically, it means you should never force someone's hand during negotiations. Rather, you should explain the advantages that can be derived from the products. I'm convinced.
In Japanese business, customer service is fundamental, and its quality must be beyond reproach. To get settled here, it's also very important to have local support from government agencies and the like.
We provide one-stop services for free consultation, free office space for 2 months, and we also play a go-between role to find business partner in Japan.
Meet Bernard Delmas, president of the French Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Japan. He's lived and worked here for much of the last 20 years. He admires the loyalty inherent in Japanese business culture and the openness to innovation.
This market is like a laboratory. In this market, you can come and try, test new ideas, new concepts, and if they work, develop them. It's also a reference market for the rest of Asia. In many businesses, there are very close links between clients in Japan and the same companies in other countries in Asia. I'm thinking of China, Southeast Asia.
Trade negotiations between Japan and the EU have been gaining momentum, and an economic partnership agreement could be finalized this year.